Hi everybody, this is Shiva. Today I would like to explain about inline functions. Before diving into the concept of inline functions, what is the need of inline functions in C++ language? Then what is the difference between inline functions and ordinary functions? Ordinary functions are there in C language and CPP and Java and that. They are playing very crucial role, very important role in that languages. Then what is the need of inline functions? When we use inline functions and all those things we will see in this video. First of all, see here. First of all, my question is, what is the need of inline functions? What is the difference between functions and inline functions? Why we use these inline functions? Here a small program is there. This is containing approximately 8 or 9 lines. That's it. In this program, what happened, whenever compiler comes to void main, it takes this parameter x equal to 2 value and we are passing this x equal to 2 value to the calling function. After that, calling function pass it to the call function. Then whenever calling function call to the call function, what happened, some traveling is there in between calling function and call function, and if it's traveling, means no problem at all. Whenever we call a particular function, we need to update system registers and stacks and all those things. That much of overhead is there in calling function to call function. If function contain more number of lines, means it's okay, but we are in our function definition we are having only one line of code, like this, only one line of code. For that one line of code also we are updating the system registers and stacks and all those things. We complete all the procedure. A compiler going to this function and paste copy this calling function value into called function and calculate the multiplication and returning this y value. This much of overhead is there. That's why we introduce the inline functions. C++ has different solution to this problem to eliminate the cost of calls of small functions. Here I am explicitly here I am stressing one word, that is calling functions. That means calling, whenever C++ function definition having only one word or one statement, like whenever we are having C++ functions with 1 or 2 lines, it's well suited for inline functions. Next, see, an inline function is a function that is expanded in a line when it is invoked. Inline function also, that is nothing is there, it's a function, but it's contained whenever function contain one line exactly at that scenarios we will use inline functions. Then how it's work, what happened when we use inline functions, what happened, we will see. See this point. Function is inline, the compiler places the copy of the code function at each point where function coordinate compile time. Just see syntax for the inline function and the end function body and all those things. It's very similar to the function definition. Only one difference is there, that is inline keyword. Whenever we use the inline functions, just we place the inline keyword in function header. That's it. We will see small program here. See, nothing is there. This is my function inline square of index, and here we are having one line of code. At that time it is well suited. How means whenever compiler take these two values and compiler, whenever compiler comes to this calling function, it goes to calling function and it copies this a value to x value, and it's calculating it's written whenever, if it's normal function means it's go to call function and calculating this definition and returning to this much of overhead is there. But if you take inline functions like this, whenever compiler comes here, square of this statement, this code is there, called function code. The compiler not go to these statements, this called function, just simply paste this code here That means what we are eliminating the updating the registers and stacks and their interaction between something traveling between calling function to calling function. Why? Because how it's HO means just paste this call function code whenever we call the calling function. For example, it's print the d value here, and again we are using the square of c. Whenever compiler comes here, it simply pastes that call function definition here and print the this value. See my output, what it is. Square of b is and square of a is and square of c. Yeah, let's see what is that. Square of b is 25 and square of d is 40. Yes or no? Yeah, that's it. But we are having some of the drawbacks with call function. I think you might guess the drawbacks. What it is? Whenever we use the inline functions for functions which are having more number of lines, it is it leads to performance problems, and it's increasing the size of the program. Why? Because if function having 5 or 6 lines, we declare that function as an inline function, then what happened? Whenever calling function is there, compiler pastes that 5 lines of code. If we call particular calling function hundreds of times in our program, we are pasting the 500 of lines of code. That means what happened? We are increasing the program length. That's why somewhat it is problematic with functions having more number of, and this is well suited for programs function definitions which are having one line of code. Just see see again it. Just nothing is there. Inline function only to declare function declaration also. Just write inline and square. But write inline function definitions above main. That's good. Thank you.